My favorite movie would have to be the remake of William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet that came out in 1997. It was directed by Baz Luhrmann. It starred Leonardo DiCaprio as Romeo and Claire Danes as Juliet. The remaining characters were also little-known actors that we would all remember from coming up, watching on TV and small films. Luhrmann recaptured the epic tale of the star-crossed lovers in a different way. He turned it into a modern-day tale, yet he preserved the original Shakespearean dialect, which to me added to its specialness. The director brought such audible and visual stimuli to the audience. The music was a mixture of 70s and 80s music that was melted into honing and mesmerizing scores that made it like a new song. There were also operatic pieces that were new, even the Kissing You, which was the main theme song by Desiree. It was also slightly operatic in its nature. The settings were also far-reaching, far-fetched. From the beginning of the movie, he comes in with the old 70s style TV with the rabbit ears, complete with the rabbit ears, and it zooms in, and this newscaster is telling you the tales about the two houses, the Montagues and the Capulets. And from there, he takes us to the Verona Beach, which is full of war zone type ruins that the gangs kind of hang out at. And then the stylish homes with all the wild parties with theatrical themes. And then he goes on to have when Romeo is banished, it's this dust bowl type area, almost like a desert with trailers and RVs scattered about. So, I mean, it really looks weird. And then it all leads up to the moment when, the most beautiful moment, which is when Romeo comes to Juliet's wake because he thinks she's dead. And there's helicopters overhead because he's, not supposed to be there. He's banished. And it's real loud and real musical. Some of the theatrical music's used here. And he goes up the steps and walks in, and he's flooded with just what seems to be a million candles that are lit for her wake. And not only that, there are neon-style crosses that are lining the aisles up to her casket, and thus leading up to their deaths. Because Romeo really thinks that Juliet's dead. He missed a parcel saying that this was just an act for her to be dead for her parents, and then she would go off with him. So he missed that parcel, and he thinks she's really dead, and he partakes of poison in the casket with Juliet lying by her in this rendition. And of course, she wakes at the moment that he dies, and she takes out his gun, which in this movie they're known as swords because the Luhrmann kept the dialect, so they even swish and make sounds like swords, but they're guns. And she takes his gun and kills herself. And then again, the 70s style TV comes up with a newscast about the tragedy. So that's my favorite movie.